Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading this week. I want to show you the cards that are being used for your reading this week. We're doing the weekly this week. It's 13th to the 19th of July 2020. You've got a monthly for July up, guys, so make sure you're checking that out. It will be on the end screen so you can click into that link. This week we are using the This Might Hurt tarot deck by Isabella Rotman, and that is for your general energies for the week. For the work reading, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot. And for your love reading, we're using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Actually, I think I might switch that up. I think we'll use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for your work and the Dark Mansion Tarot, okay? For the spiritual advice for the week, we use the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. And if we need to clarify anything on the reading, we are going to use the Rider Tarot deck miniature, all right? So, yeah, that's it. Sit back, relax. And as I always say, enjoy. Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We're looking at the 13th to the 19th of July 2020. Starting off with your general, your career, and then your love reading. Okay, let's make a start. Okay, Pisces, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a look at what the message is for the week. Let's have a look at your general message first. The Three of Wands. So, Three of Wands is about the vision. It's about the future. Expanding your horizons. Communicating, networking with others. Three of Wands. Launching new things. Three of Wands. Launching a new project. Three of Wands, emigration, going abroad, thinking about going abroad, waiting for love. Let's have a look at the other card with that. The Page of Wands. Some of you guys, I'm getting the impression that you're waiting for a message. Or the message is that you've been waiting for a long time, but a message is coming with the Page of Wands energy showing here. The Four of Cups energy. I get the impression that you've been waiting. So something that you've been waiting for, I'm seeing a message is coming with the Page of Wands. I think the universe is telling you something you've been waiting for, a message will come. But I feel with the Four of Cups energy, it almost feels like there is a lack of, there is an inability to see the goodness in that message, or there is a sense of not feeling completely content or harmonized by that message with the Page of Wands energy showing here. Ten of Cups energy. Ten of Cups, tens are ending of cycles, completion. Seven of Coins. Just think about these cards though. So the message for the week, just general message, is something that you've been longing for. I think a message is going to come. I think a message is coming with that Page of Wands for some of you guys. Okay. And though you may not be happy to accept or take it with the Four of Cups energy, I feel with the Ten of Cups energy that if you, because the tens are completion, so it's almost like if you accept this thing with this Ten of Coins energy, Ten of Cups, it's going to bring a great deal of reward, because the Seven of Coins talks about a reward being received. Okay, Seven of Coins is about financial rewards or just rewards per se, and the Ten of Cups is about completion of a cycle here. So for me, this would be to sort of accept the situation or accept whatever this cup is that's being offered. Some of you guys don't want to take this, so something that you've been waiting for, a message is now coming. That's the message. Something you've been waiting for with the Three of Wands, a message is now coming. You may not be happy about the message that you received, but I think that if you accept it with the Ten of Cups energy showing here, you will be rewarded with the Seven of Pentacles, because this is a rewarding card with the Seven of Coins. So if you accept this thing with this Ten of Cups, a message will be, if you accept it with the Ten of Cups, then you will be rewarded with that Seven. Okay, so I just feel that it's telling you not to, because there is a gift here. The Four of Cups is often a card that we would describe as not being able to see a gift when it's handed to you. This person can't see it as a gift. I mean, admittedly, this particular Four of Cups looks like this person's had enough. Looks like she's already had plenty to drink and she doesn't want any more. But I feel that the universe wants you to take another look at this thing. Okay? Because also the Ten of Cups could be that it's going to bring happiness and reward with this. Alright, so it's almost like we could also say with the Four of Cups that in these cards here that something you've been longing for, the Page of Wands, well, a message, something is being delivered here. The messenger is delivering with the Page of Wands. So something you've been longing for, message is now being received with the Page of Wands. I think you ought to take another look. So it almost feels like it's an interesting one. Because we could read the Ten of Cups as happiness, or we could read it to complete, you know, accept, complete. I'm going to use that as the acceptance card here, the Ten of Cups. I'm going to use it as a word acceptance rather. And actually, the funny thing is, the Ten of Cups is you, isn't it? The Ten of Cups is you. And that's a funny thing as well, because the Ten of Cups can be an illusion too. This card can actually represent illusion. It's ruled by Pisces, that's your card. But it's Neptune, isn't it? Planet ruling it is Neptune, so it's about an illusion, something that's not real, something that's too good to be true. This is a refusal. Too good to be true. Maybe the rewards are too good to be true. Seven of Coins. You know what, actually I'm going to change that. I'm so sorry. I know that we're into the reading, but I've just had this mad thought go on, actually. Only because I know that that Ten of Cups is ruled by Neptune. So sometimes this card can be a bit of a facade. There are certain cards within the tarot that represent lies. And as I always say, those cards are Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. So cards that would represent lies and things not being what they seem. Cards like the Moon. Possibly High Priestess at times as well, because she's secretive. So Moon, High Priestess, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Cups. The Ace of Cups from time to time, it means infatuation. The Ten of Cups is another one. The Nine of Cups can be another one as well that represents Queen of Wands and the Magician, they're actors. So there's loads of cards if you really delve into the tarot. There's so many cards that mean a lack of truth and a lack of honesty and a lack of clarity. Ace of Swords reverse, for example, you know, those types of cards. This is another one. And I think that the message is that something that you've been longing, there is something here that Pisces has been longing for, Three of Wands, and you're going to receive a message with the Page of Wands energy. But I actually don't think that this is a message now. I think that this is you exploring. I think there's something that you've been waiting for, Three of Wands energy, or something that you've been visualizing or looking into with the Three of Wands energy showing here. And I think that you should, with the Four of Cups, it feels to me like you need to kind of be, it's almost like it's saying move, because the Page of Wands is exploring. So he's not just a messenger, actually, he explores things. He's excited to explore. But I think that you need to be a bit cautious about that. Because I think it's a bit of a facade here with the Ten of Cups about what you could receive with that Seven. Some people may explain that reading differently, but it just feels like that to me because of the Ten of Cups mainly being the Pisces card ruled by Neptune, a facade, something looking better than it actually is. So it's a facade, and with that aspecting that Seven of Coins, it's about what you could receive. So for example, this could be, for example, Pisces, you see, you know, the advertisements that you get on YouTube or anywhere else where it says, you know, why don't you sign up for this business, or why don't you sign up to go onto this business? It's an Amazon business, or it's a this business, or it's a that business. And they tell you, I'm not saying all businesses are like this, I'm just giving you an example. And it gives you, and it says you can earn, I don't know, 10, 20, 35, 40, 50,000 pounds within a year. So I'm just giving you an example here. So it says you can earn around 50 grand within a year. And then you go into it, you invest in it. And because the Seven of Coins is the investment card, it's getting out what you put in. So this would be putting your money in and waiting to get the rewards out, right? So say you put your money in, and instead of getting 50,000 in that year, you get 2,000. because it's a facade. They've basically, the Ten of Cups is about bigging something up, making it look amazing when in fact it's probably not that amazing, or saying that you're going to make a whole, like with the Seven of Coins, saying that you're going to make a whole heap of money from a particular venture. It's a facade. It's a facade with that 10 about making a whole heap of money with the 7. So this is why I think that with the Three of Wands energy, I actually think that this is weight as well. It sounds really weird, but the Three of Wands often, if you look at this card, and I think that what made it so difficult for me to come to this explanation on these is because I was thinking more about the messenger aspect of that page and the completion aspect of the 10. But when I realised and when I remembered that this was a Pisces card that represents illusion, and that the money that you earn, 7 of Coins, can be nothing more than a facade, okay? And that also that we've got this 4 of Cups sitting in the mix, which is somebody who's being very, very cautious. Because you can see here, if you look at the clues on the cards, you've got a cup being offered to this woman here. She's probably been burnt before. 3 cups are down here, and she's saying, no, actually, because she's drunk from all of these cups. So she's had experience of the matter. She's got another one there, and she's actually, I'm good. I don't think I'll do it. So I think in a nutshell, the general message, Pisces, is that with this Three of Wands, I would say it's to wait. Wait before making a move. Wait before exploring a new venture here. Be cautious with that 4 of Cups, okay? Because it may be a facade with that 10 of Cups in terms of your earnings, or how much you're going to be rewarded, or how much you can get back from this particular venture, okay? So the three of Wands is often the business venture card anyway, and it almost feels like it's saying wait before you start launching into something here, okay? Wait before you start Page of Wands energy, exploring this new venture, because he's an explorer and this is a new adventure. So wait before exploring this new adventure showing here, okay? Be cautious, the 4 of Cups. The money that they say you can earn, or the rewards, it doesn't have to be money, but the rewards they say that you can have from this venture, 7 of Pentacles, is nothing more than a facade with the 10 of Cups. Okay, so I'd just say I think the message is be very careful of things that you are invited to do, whether it's a relationship, or whether it's whether it's setting up a business and earning loads of money from that. I'm not telling you not to do it per se, but I think the cards are just saying be just a little bit kind of guarded and make sure you do your homework. Let's have a look at what the career reading is. So the Hangman shows up, funnily enough, that's you again, Pisces energy showing there. The Hangman for me is a card that talks about, you can mean many things. One of the meanings with the Hangman is surrender. Another one is to let go. But the other one is things that are being held in suspense. That type of thing, Hangman. Taking a step back to gain greater insight, that type of thing. Also ruled by Neptune, the Hangman. The 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is withdrawal. Often when I see this card, it's taking no action. Let's have a look at the next one. Right, I think that you need to wait before moving forward. You keep getting these, the same sort of thing. The Knight of Wands is moving forward. It's exploring. You've got the Page of Wands and now that Knight. And we have the 3 here. For me, this represented to wait. This Hangman and the 4 of Swords is to wait and to deliberate. Okay, to wait and to deliberate before moving forward with the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands now. So before moving, you see you've got the Knight and then the Queen. It's almost like they work in a sequence together in career. The Knight is building his career. The Queen is already comfortable in her career. So he's working his way up to being a Queen. So it almost feels to me like it's telling you to wait and hold back. Wait and really do your research with that 4 of Swords. Wait and gain some insight into before you start moving towards a higher position probably here. Do you have the skills to do it? Do you have the know-how to do it, Pisces? Because the Knight is going to go to the Queen. That's the thing. He's moving up a position from being a Knight to being a Queen. 8 of Coins showing here. 8 of Cups, sorry. So this is the abandonment. This could be you abandoning your position. So it's almost like it's telling you to hold back, Hangman, and do some internal searching. So what is it that you really want before perhaps leaving a job with the Knight of Wands? Because you're abandoning with the Eight of Cups. You'd be abandoning a really good position, I think, with this Queen. Okay? Because the Eight of Cups is to abandon. And the Queen of Wands is in a very good position when she's in a career reading. You know, she's in a really high-held, people really respect her. She's really good at what she does and she's really respected. And it just feels like the reading is saying in terms of career, the message is to hold off the Hangman and just gain some greater insight, okay, before moving with this Knight of Wands energy to another career or another job. Because you'd be abandoning, I think, with this Queen of Wands, you'd be abandoning a really good position, a position in which you're respected and a position in which you've really kind of made some great advancements and you've actually made a name for yourself, for some of you guys, because that's the Queen of Wands. She's made a name for herself in her career. She's very popular. She's very good at what she does. And you'd be abandoning all of that. So it's almost like it's saying, don't go off on a whim, okay? Because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm sick of doing the job that I'm doing. I'm just going to go off and try and make it as an actor or a pop star. And the universe really wants you to take time out just to think about what you're doing with the Four of Swords. That's why it's telling you to hold off the Hangman. Just to suspend the action for the time being. And really think about. And also to really think about with that Four of Swords, the direction that you're going in. Okay? Because you could be walking away from a really good position that you have now. So really think about the direction that you're going in. Finally, let's have a look at your love reading. Wow, victory and success. Six of Wands is knowing that you've got the one there. It's about having confidence in the person that you're with. The Hermit. Okay. Depends. I mean, the Hermit can be a person. An older individual. This is a very experienced lover. Or it can represent abandonment and withdrawal in relationships. Let's look at the next one. Well, I'm seeing distancing yourself from a relationship here. I think that the message is to have confidence with the Six of Wands that you can distance yourself from a relationship with that Ten of Cups energy showing there. The Page of Cups shows up here. Another Pisces, a baby Pisces card now. Page of Cups, new relationships, but this can also be things to do with the imagination as well. When you get the 10 and the Page together as well, again, they're very fantasy cards when it comes to love. No, Five of Coins energy, that's interesting. Page of Cups and the Five of Coins. Five of Coins is to reject. Five of Coins can also mean an outsider. Or it can mean that you don't fit in with the partner. The message. Six of Wands. You can successfully withdraw for yourself from a relationship. The Page of Cups, though, can be just love. The Five of Coins is the lack card. Maybe there's a lack of love here between both cards. Where love is lacking. Or imagination is lacking. Because the Five of Coins is a lacking card. And that's your imagination. And it may be that one of you, or, you know, because it's telling you to do it, Pisces, it may be telling you that you can successfully, or feel confident, be confident in withdrawing from a relationship where the imagination is lacking. Because the Page of Cups is the imagination and that's lack. So I think this isn't going to resonate with everyone. Not my readings don't get many thumbs up. If you like it, thumb it up though, please. Remember to do it. Always helps the channel. But I think what it's trying to tell you, Pisces, is don't be afraid to leave a relationship where the partner doesn't have an imagination when it comes to whether it's sexually or whether it's, you know, going out and having fun or doing things together or thinking up new things that you guys can do together. Maybe the relationships become very boring and become very staid and become very kind of dry. You know, maybe you're in a relationship where it's become very run-of-the-mill, very traditional, and maybe you want a bit of spice and a bit of fun. Well, don't be afraid to desert a relationship where the imagination is lacking, I think. let's quickly go through the reading again before we finish. So, for the 13th to the 19th of July, I think some of you guys really, with the Three of Wands energy, need to wait. Wait before advancing towards a new venture, or before exploring this new venture. I think you ought to be cautious. You probably had something like this before, judging by those 3 cups behind you and not wanting that 4th cup. So it's almost like it's telling you to be cautious here, because the rewards that the person tells you that you're going to get with the 7 of coins, I think with this 10 of cups, it's probably a facade. For career, hold off and gain some deeper insight. Okay, review with that 4 of Swords energy the direction that you're going in with that Knight of Wands, because some of you guys are possibly abandoning a really good position that you're already in at the moment, and you need to make sure that if you're abandoning something in your life at the moment in terms of your career, that it's going to be worth it. And finally, for love, have confidence that you can withdraw from a relationship here. One in which imagination, I think, is lacking, because this is poor. The imagination is very poor. There's not much imagination in this relationship, so don't be afraid to do that. If the relationship isn't benefiting you, in whatever way it's not benefiting you, then it's probably not worth holding on to. Finally, let's have a look at what your advice card message is. So the spiritual message, it says, dive, what's that? Give each other space. That's it. Give each other space. So, sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. And that's what the Hermit is. He's disconnecting from this 10. He's withdrawing. And be confident enough to do that. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket. This can be a therapist. Or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. And that would make sense for me, definitely, in terms of this energy showing here. And in fact, on all of the reading today, Pisces, the running theme for me is about space and taking a step back to review. On all of it. On all of it. In your general reading, it's about waiting before taking that leap forward with the Page of Wands. Being cautious with the 4 of Cups to accept any offers showing here, because you can see she's not taking the offer. So be cautious when accepting offers with the 4 of Cups, because that 7 of Coins, the rewards that you're told that you're going to get, it may be a bit of a smokescreen facade with the 10 of Cups. The same thing with the work area. Time to take a step back and to review the direction that you're going in, because you could be leaving behind. I mean, it may be saying that it's time to do this as well. So it may be saying there's 2 things really. We could be saying that it's time for you to take a step back, Pisces, and to review with the 4 of Swords the direction that you're heading in, because this job, the Queen of Wands, and some of you guys will be in a Queen of Wands position right now. Well, it may be with the 8 of Cups that it's kind of petering out. It's time to let that go, for example. Or it could be that it's saying it's time to take a step back and review the direction that you're going in. Perhaps because you're leaving behind a really good position. Either way you want to read those cards, I think it is time to take a step back and review the direction that you're going in. I think in this area here, and in this area here, and also the same thing for your love reading. Have the confidence to withdraw from the relationship or the family for a while, okay? The imagination, and also with the Page of Cups, it's the sparkle, it's the fun and the sparkle and the enjoyment and the childish energy that you had in the relationship at first is very much lacking with that 5 of Pentacles. So there are things that are needed, the romance as well. But Page of Cups can be like young romance. But the thing is, in relationships, what tends to sustain relationships is laughter. This person laughs. It is happiness. It is joy. It is the young glow of youth. Now, I know that relationships tend to transcend and change, and that, you know, when you get involved with somebody, beginning of a relationship, it's all fun and laughs and jokes and all the rest of it, but then 10 years down the line, you've probably moved in together, you're probably married, you've probably got kids. The dynamics change within a relationship, of course they do. But if you can't have the lovely Page of Cups energy there in a relationship, in any relationship, the energy of wonderment and imagination, and there being true kind of potential for whatever's going on in the future, because it's lacking in that, then what have you got? If a relationship lacks the you know, the fundamental need for just a little bit of joy and happiness and wonderment, then, and that's lacking, then what have you got? So there's a need to take a step back and review your relationships as well, especially if they're missing fundamental ingredients that make them work. Okay guys, that is your reading for the next week, the 13th to the 19th of July 2020. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like your own private reading, click on the link in the comments section or the end screen. Have a great day guys. Take care. Bye bye.